So you need hosting services for that great website you planned. You did the obligatory Google search and found out there are a gazillion web hosting companies out there. You also found the price varies from free to sky's the limit, and there are a ton of features, some of which you have no idea of what they are. So therein lies the question. What are these features? What are they for? Which ones are the most important? Which ones do I need? To help answer these questions and to make the task of choosing a web hosting provider easier, we've compiled a list of 5 hosting features that you'll want to make sure you're getting. Customer support. Always look for a web hosting service provider that provides 24 hours a day, 7 days a week customer support. Email support is important and should be part of the customer support package, but what you really want is phone support. Many times problems or issues need to be discussed to reach a quick resolution. Your number one tool for support should be the phone. Make sure your web hosting company is awake and working when you are. Server features. When selecting a hosting provider, there are 5 essential features you need to be aware of: disk space, bandwidth, databases, email accounts, and add-on web apps. The range of these features can change drastically from provider to provider, so be sure to review these features carefully. The goal is to have as much disk space and bandwidth as you can get and enough databases and email addresses to cover your needs. Free and low-cost web hosting plans offer minimal features. You should opt for higher levels of features when possible. Multiple domain service. When most people start out in the cyber world with a website, they are usually thinking about getting a single website up and running. As time marches on, they come up with a new idea for another website. While this is pretty good, it's not a good idea to have to buy a web hosting plan for each new website. What you want to look for is a hosting plan that offers multiple domains or websites per hosting account. Most hosting companies offer multiple domain service, but their low-cost or free plans typically only allow one domain name per plan. Be sure you understand how many domains you can set up on the selected hosting plan. Developer support. You may be starting with a simple website, but as time goes on, many times you may want to add additional functionality or features to your site. Most hosting companies offer various web language support and add-on web applications to help you extend the capabilities of your website. However, some hosting companies offer very little developer support. A very important developer support tool you'll need is the admin tool or tools. At some point, you'll have to make changes to your hosting account. Having easy-to-use tools will make the task of maintaining a website much easier and faster. Be sure to take a few minutes to review the admin tools before selecting a hosting provider. Server uptime. Your website should be up and running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. However, odd things do happen in the real world that can sometimes cause a website to go down. In spite of real-world problems, your web hosting provider should offer a 99.9% uptime guarantee. With today's internet technology, there are ways to ensure websites stay functional virtually every minute of every day. Don't settle for a hosting company that cannot guarantee your website is up and running around the clock. Web hosting is the backbone of your website. Any shortcoming in your web hosting service is sure to translate to failure at your site. The hosting company you start with is most likely the one you will stay with, so take the time to choose the right hosting company from the start. You'll be glad you did. A good place to get web hosting services is from the Web Hosting Goods Store. With world-class services, 24/7 US-based customer support, and budget-minded pricing, you can get your website off to a great start and feel comfortable about the future of your web hosting.